Alright, so we finally got started on the steps here. Taking the one side of the railing off. Really had to, because as you can see back there, on that one it's completely lifted up and broken the stones, which it had done over there too. So I've already lifted those, well, 3 stones up there, taking out the mortar. We'll keep working on it, slow and steady, try and figure out what we want to do with it. I've got the railing down by the boat door and stripping the last 10 coats of spray paint off of it so that I can smooth it up and make it a little nicer. Anyhow, I'll check in later. Alright, so we're working away at the steps, getting rid of those, and you can see concrete block with no concrete in it. And just I'm working my way back through the second step, and got steps 3 and 4. Putting a lot of the rubble back there since I don't want the rodents digging in there anymore. It's kind of low anyway, so we'll get that filled up. Alright, continuing the demo. I've now decided that I've got to take a load out to the dump, so I'm ready out there for that. Try and dig as much as I can. So I need a couple of wheelbarrow loads full at least. Alright, on with the demo. Well, so now I'm looking at the actual platform, and it's got good concrete block and it's been mortared. But you can see that they didn't even put block right up against between the two. I have a big gap there, which is probably why this whole thing was moving. And none of this was mortared together. So, good thing we're redoing them. Well, here it is, Saturday morning. The top looks pretty much done. A little bit of mortar to clean up back here, maybe. I've got some rotten bits there to fix eventually, but now it's on to steps. And get those. Hopefully those go in lickety split. This is the laying out the various things dry. These are cemented down, but a lot of these aren't.
Trespassers shall be skewered.
Yeah, exactly. So this is the general layout. I'm going to finish putting the block down today, and hopefully I can get to the point where I'm putting stone on maybe even tomorrow. So there's the platform.
Looking very nice. Wow. Very nice.
You can see the supplies are all stacked up here. Stack of stone over here too.
And the rotten spots around there. What do you call it?
Construction site.
They've been wicking water up.
Oh yeah, you can see the 2 rotten spots there and there. So I got those cleaned out, and I'll put some stuff in there that will not rot. Alright, so got majority of the steps taken care of here. You can see sort of how they're pieced together. Hopefully that looks good when it's all done. About time to clean up, I think. A lot of these cuts turned out really good, like here and there. A couple of these in here, that one up there. Really very nice. Very pleased with that. Okay, I've got the railings adjusted. About to drill the holes and get them secured in place. Cut them off at the bottom here to match them up to the height. Here's the front steps about 3 years later. Since these were built, you can see the driveway has been, well, I'm sorry, this walkway has been replaced along with the driveway. so it gives it a nice fresh concrete look, and it's just a little wider than it was before. But they've turned out great. We're very pleased with them. Welcome sign back there, made out of some of the old slate that was on the top here. And you can see the difference in thickness. That's the slate that was on here. See how thick that is compared to the slate. Well, here, I'll pick it up. It's easier to see it sideways. That was what was on here, and that's what we put on here. So, not recommended at all for building, you know, anything that's got to last, because this stuff starts to flake, and that's the end of that. So, very pleased with how it came out, and I probably didn't take the time while I was building these to do the filming of how to put these railings back into place, but that was a bit tricky, because if you remember, I've added a step, so there's more steps and they're wider. So each step is wider than before. They were just a little too narrow and didn't feel very good, which meant that the base of the stairs, which is where this was, so the stairs ended right about here. Now that we have all this had to come and get mounted on this last step. And I wasn't sure I could make that railing work, basically retrofit it to this, but it turned out just fine. Very pleased with it. So, you know, if you want to dive in and do your own steps, by the way, you saw the facing matches the house very nicely. You had to look long and hard to find that. Some of it's the original facing, but not much of it survived. So, it turned out great. It was a lot of work, and those stones are heavy, very heavy, especially these ones up top. Again, I didn't explain probably, but my attempt was to get the big stones up here. I thought it would make it look nicer, and I think it does, but lifting those stones up onto this platform was, that was heavy. Anyhow, well, thanks for watching, and good luck with your projects around your house. Signing off.